matter of a moment lost till the end of time. It's the evening of another day and the end of mine.
They counted me dead and finished, though I never reached my limits. Alcohol and strange women suing gave me tunnel vision. Sun would glisten in time, humble listen for signs. Baby mother on his mind, stressing him for every dime. Filed divorce, while in court she's smiling course. Wildest thoughts, child support, now I lost. And I'm like damn, wild of course. Meanwhile, no deal, cold meal, slow still, it's so real.
Now the starlight, which has found me lost for a million years, tries to linger as it fills my eyes till it disappears.
Now I got my mojo back, listen how I flow on tracks. Priest when opposed to rap, could never be a postal cat. Blind faith, lost my way, many times I often pray. Walking there with coffins laid, names on them crossing grades. Outlined in chalk on page, entrance to a court from a cage. Highway, speeding light, I'm riding a Ducati bike. Finally I can see his light, flying through a neon night. I can see beyond sight like Stevie on them keys of light. Playing for my freedom, right? Esau call them Edomites. Spread what you perceive as right. Trans crush they weed and pipe. A hand for the meteorite. It was you that gave me power. First baby shower till I'm pushing up daisy flowers. Pull-ups for 80 hours, running to the mountaintop. Like a man on the balcony shot. Planned before Malcolm dropped. Stand before them cameras pop. While his wife and family watch. Hatred of a man, pray this cancer will stop.
In a matter of a moment lost till the end of time. It's the evening of another day and the end of mine. Now the starlight, which has found me lost for a million years, tries to linger as it fills my eyes till it disappears.
For tomorrow. For tomorrow. We see the future. For tomorrow. The cargo ships rocked the ocean tides. They freedom watch from the open skies. Cried for his chosen tribe. The great Amistad waved goodbye. You never see her again. Currents and strong wind took niggas on a long ride. Naked have I came, naked shall I leave. This hell I see, I've written it in rhyme form. So if my time calls, you can press play like it's yesterday. It's been a decade since the best say. Y'all hear him again, my serum's the pen. If death follows, it's alive for now. The apostle, grace be unto you till the coming of Shallow. I wrote for tomorrow. Yes, one time. For tomorrow. The spirit. For tomorrow. What's sufficient for their ears? Redemption is near. The hope of Christian religion is listen but fear. This desire put us back in bondage to weaken beggarly elements, living devilish in our conscience. We became monsters. Cause all we want is the chronic and some liquors and tattle some scriptures. And I miss my sister, her pictures haunts my mind, it turns realer. Look inside my memories mirror. Heron had her in sedation till she became an aged patient. Her last days she laid shaking. I stood by her grave waiting for the preacher to finish his sentence. I dropped the rose in the hole, then I left repentant. It took a part of my soul, turned my soft heart into stone. When I strike my chest it hurts my hand. Is our freedom even worth the plan? The dope merchant glance, then look back at the fiend like you heard the man. Who wanna take a stand? Hopes are hollow. The adolescent hand chokes a bottle. No role models. Wherever the streets leads, he shall follow. For tomorrow, I see the future. It's for the future, man. For tomorrow, I want the future to hear me. For tomorrow, I want everybody to realize. For tomorrow, that when I sat and I wrote this was for tomorrow. He quickened my heart after foolish women ripped it apart. Swimming in the dark sea that was living with sharks. The last enemy to destroy is death. What's next? Given the power, all things wicked will end in an hour. The corruptible must put on incorruption. All this in his instructions. God to men discussions. He looks at sin disgusting. Sky erupted when my pen is touching. Deliverance from this ignorance. Idiots or oblivious. It makes God furious. Surrender yourselves, ye members of hell. Offenders are given to jails. The devil's agenda to get in oneself. All we wanted was help. The carnal mind is blind. The honorable is hard to find. There shall be no sign. Liberty is defined. The spirit must be circumcised. It's deeper than just a turpentine. How many can Ouija war.
This is spiritual right here. For tomorrow.
Now look into the future. We gotta say the babies.
For tomorrow.
We gotta look far into the future. We have to help ourselves.
For tomorrow.
Us.
The newborns and the unborns.
We looking for
For tomorrow. Spiritual world. I know y'all coming. For tomorrow. See ya when I get there.
flesh of my flesh, spirit of my spirit, bone of my bone.
For tomorrow.
Talk to my kin folks, all my G-cyples out there.
For tomorrow.
For all my G-cyples, real G-cyples, no D-cyples. We not with the devil, we with the
For
G's.
tomorrow.
So, I want y'all to know something deep inside that I'm talking to you right now. I feel y'all pain, y'all feel my pain. Let's share the earth, man. Let's share the planet. We can uprise, we can get up out of this zone. We can get up out of this joint. Know what I mean? We ain't gotta be restrained. We can't be held back no more.
For tomorrow.
No.
Yeah. Name is Priest. You know what it is, man. Hear me out there, world. What you got on this, man? Big time. What's happening there? I got it. Lock that. Priest. Know what I mean?
Only fuck.
Real, son. Real, son. Let he who have sinned, sin no more. Tired of kicking the doors, shootouts, bloody game wars, chainsaws, tired of spouses, cocaine laws, Hawaiian outfits with SKs that bloodstain walls. Till you losing ounces, did you see the life the drug game calls? You crying fountains on the call saying, please, she's only 4. Pleading the merciless men that murder your kin, sending you threats over the phone and then murder again. Now you either make the payments or funeral arrangements, contemplating federal bill to put their name in the statement. Poor choices, take this like the gem from the pearl of oysters. Still wet on my tongue, rent where you're from and your voyages. See real niggas respected, deliver this message to the dumb and the deceased. We all from the streets. May they rest in peace while I wreck this beat with techniques. Resurrect speech with flows that's deep and soul. I tell Miss Robin I'm sorry what happened that evening, but it was Tone, his name came up, now we even. And Mr. James, I wish I could change, but Todd shouldn't have did what he did. You can't blame Rob. And Miss Stevens, what could I say, a close call, but it wasn't me you visited at the morgue. When they killed Spark that night, my heart went to the right, my chest got tight, that was a hard one to fight. Hood mysteries that no one could figure out. Plain and simple facts were there, going through packs of beer. Make me run to the roof, let the back off in the air. You was always strapped, gave me dap to throw up the pairs. Like yeah, I miss those years, I dish out tears. Strange dreams at night made me wish you was here. Tommy, should've watched your back. Instead he let them niggas plot and then form an attack. His shots echo, bounce off the building in the ghetto. Mass genocide, inner city children of the barrel. And Mr. John, I did what I did, cause of revolution. You're damn near 60, may you lay next to Newton. The dollar bill, and God we trust. Does God stand for guns, oil, and drugs they gave to us? Yeah, this project living regardless, revolvers are spitting. With drama is lit, ganja get clipped, the mission. No bottles with ribbons, just howls from henchmen. Hell swallows us, death follows up. Bullet shells, toddlers get bucked. Black male role models are fucked. Little girls promise the world, but tomorrow turns nuts. Either playing basketball or pushing crack in the halls, or either rap or getting max at the board. Now what's that? White supremacists, no rights for immigrants. Life imprisonment, some get life sentences. Secret indict, white swapping with businessmen. We fight militant, deep as the word they write in Genesis. Black painters, wrong write the images. This goes to the judges and the sentences. All over the world. Word up, man. Real. Thorough tracks. Came through on this beat here, man. Word. That real shit. That's all I fuck with, that real, you know? The heart of the saint. Saint.
You cheated.
Hood nurseries.
You cheated.
I ain't playing with you no more.
Can't run that far.
What you mean you can't run that far?
Now let's play another game. Stick your feet in.
Hood nursery. Let's count. I'm about to count.
I got my feet in. Okay, let me count.
It goes any, mini, mighty mo. Catch a dealer with his blow. If he squirrels, we let him go. Texas Emmys, penny blow. Niggas speaks, grab your nines. Cops is rolling down our line. Sell your blow, get off the track. Hide your dough and flush your crack. Change your clothes, dump your gat, stay on your toes, watch your back. And the officer picked this thug right over here. 1 grenade, 2 bananas, 3 hammers, 4. 5 vests, 6 bullets, now we want war. In the city, bang bang, he lay behind the fence, tryna blow his 9 at 16 Crips. I'm hit, he yelled to his clique, but they busy running, so they finish off the clip. Red rag, blue rag, 1, 2, 3. Pants rag, do rag, guns on me. Don't rate me, old lady, give me that money and then we free.
Free, you in it.
Nursery.
Now I don't wanna play no more. You caught me, man. You was me first. Now I don't care.
Nurseries.
Let's play another game. Okay, my fingers in. My fingers in. No, we ain't gonna play with your feet. Put your hands in. Put your hands in. I got another game. There you go.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who was the livest of them all? What's this doo-doo in my hood? Who did he shoot? Who was his war? Sadies laying, shotty spraying, daddy's drinking, mommy's praying, caddies linking, I'm up in the AM. Streets is mayhem, cops is aiming at our playground. Looks like a grave now, I'm out on the Greyhound. Gotta escape this life in the cages, my hood is outrageous. All about papers, going out of state cuz. Cop thieves and hustlers, welfare and numbers. That's all we play, that's all we know, that's all we have. Now it's your go.
Nah, I'm not playing with you no more.
Nurseries. Nurseries.
We gotta make it out of this hood, man. These games are getting scary.
Paddy wagon, police van. Coming down our block, we ran fast as we can. This young man lived in the slums, tired of living poor till he picked up his gun and went tick-clack, rat-tat-tat, hit the copper's dome. Now the officer's laying in the tombstone.
You ain't, yeah. I got another game.
Nurseries.
Listen, now I'ma play duck, 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 shoot.
Nurseries.
Duck, 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 shoot. Let's play. Yeah, let's do it. It's another game.
Nurseries.
We start off by playing freeze tag and nursery, but in the end,
Hood
we
nurseries.
get a toe tag.
Hood nurseries.
No, you hit.
Hood
You
nurseries.
hit. Why is that cop
Hood
looking at us like that?
nurseries.
I don't
Hood
know.
nurseries.
We can't play these games no more. We getting older, y'all. We getting older. We can't play these games no more. Let's just stop. Let's just stop.
This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption, hallelujah. This is my redemption, hallelujah. This is my redemption, hallelujah. This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption, hallelujah. This is my redemption, hallelujah. This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption.
Spirit now.
And the angel song, this is my redemption. 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 And the angel song. Boast not against the natural branches, but if thy boast, I bear it's not the good root that the Lord has planted. You who rule the planet. For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. The roots in the whole tree, and that were grafted in amongst them, being wild olive trees. I'm looking at your trunk stem. I see the strange fruit hiding in your leaves. Idolatry, technologies, they policy. My soul's been set on fire. I rose from the depth, from liars, breath of Elijah. Nevertheless, be full of joy and comfort. To the worldly things and the outward things unconquered. Strange women and parties and alcohol, I devoured them all and gave them back when I heard my call. Cause I felt you there. You had my back when no one else cared. It's like a flare burning in mid-air. All I could do is stare. I feel something in my system. It's more than a rhythm. It's just a voice calling me back to redemption. I'm walking over heated coals like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. This life's eternal. I write my journal. If y'all can feel this, feel something touching my spirit. I see the clearest that I ever seen. This must be what heaven means. This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption, and the angel song. This is my redemption.
Leaving this time.
This is my redemption.
Love it.
Hallelujah. This
Feel me?
is my redemption. Hallelujah. This is my redemption.
So
And the
joyful.
angel song. This is my redemption. And the angel song. This is my
Spirit.
redemption.
Ready
And the
for
angel
war.
song. This is my redemption. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and my buckles where my barrel is kept, but I don't need it anymore. It's pure devotion I saw. I'm hoping he opened his door. Remember not the transgression of my youth, but witness my grand presence. God made me new. The patience, the aching, the praying, long suffering, the dedication, the new creation to my adversaries that I would have had buried. It's not necessary. The old things become new, and this is true. Straight out the blue, my spirit is renewed. Out of body experience, what's my options? The adoptions, the glory, the covenant, the giving of his judgment, the government, the service, the promise, and the fathers, and that should cover it for Israel. This is my redemption, and the angel sung. This is my redemption, and the angel sung. This is my redemption, how the angel sung. This is my redemption, hallelujah. This is my redemption, hallelujah. This is my redemption, and the angel sung. This is my redemption, and the angel sung. This is my redemption, and the angel sung. Having to abolish in the flesh enmity, and the Lord has slain all my enemies. I live for centuries. All of them make mockery of the prophecies. That's the devil's psychology. I'm on top while they bottom feed. No longer strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens of his lineage. Ghetto's missing this. I cannot peak. Why? Cause the Lord had no limits. Sing, the meek shall inherit the earth, and the rich will perish with her, and the saints will rejoice over her when she's swallowed up under the earth. For the meek shall inherit the earth, and the rich will perish with her, and the saints will rejoice over her when she's swallowed up under the earth. Sing, angels, angels, sing. Let my sing, let my angels sing. Sing, let my angels sing. Sing, let my angels sing for redemption. Hallelujah. Even kings die, thrones rust, skeleton bones turn to dust, memories are blown in the gust. It's about how you live when you were here, how you celebrated those years. Were you a follower? Did you try elevating your peers? Were you sincere when you gave the prophets your ears? But soon as trouble come, you disappear. Listen here, were you real? Did you show love that people could feel? Did you have jealousy but keep it concealed? Did you smile in your man's face but all the while want to take your man's place? Moving around like a snake. I know you hate that term, don't call it that. See, lately that's why the priest been falling back. Cause when the revolution start, all those cliques that fall apart will soon be the devil's mark. And none of adversary will have a heart. The letter from priest, my freedom of speech, y'all read them in weak. The demons that keep you from the path just laugh. That's why my ink past looks like stained glass. A collage of art that shows scenes from the Nazarene's past. Past. From my connections with 62nd, the art of Walter in the city signed a Geffen. From 5% lessons, Israelite tribal dressing, disciple Armageddons, that Bible record. To sons of men, to damn near becoming one of the clan members. I remember in Brooklyn, Jezza and Master Killah. To my last chapters with the RZA. Testimony stops, Old Dirty got knocked. Came home, signed with the Rock. Cocaine combined with rocks. Rick James style, his nickname Wow. Old Dirt Dog, it hurt us all when his hearse disappeared in the fog. I stay digital, never analog, original, always camouflage. Turn them camels off like those candles, God. I'm the example, like I'm speaking for panels, y'all. The soul inside of me is fiery. Society lied to me. It said you gotta die to be free. My diaries of anxiety frightens me. Like to squeeze through my crack buildings where I'm writing B. Striking my page with hyphens and brighten my T's. To my C's, the uncivilized time has come. You better run, the time has begun. Yo, From total strangers to best friends to brothers, from brothers to never calling them again. Their coffers descend, one flies to a place of peace, the other lake of fire, devils hauling you in. As one begin, one ends, the earth still spins. We hurt tears in our shirt, spirit must transcend. What you think sleep is for, a deeper cause, preparing us for the other side till the reaper calls. Either or, we breathing for, try a reason, arrive rich but we leaving poor. Stand naked when you see the Lord, I stand protected when I see his war. Till I exit and I'm free to soar, I'm embraced by space, though it's cloudy around me. It's like waste from a tree till they wither the brown leaves. Bounties of blessings from a heavy mind to every rhyme I said, looking from Masada, from the church of priests, the dark August, till he show you the art of his offering. Oops, I call it the gift behind the stained glass. It's a frame of my pad. I started this, release the toxins, breathe out the oxygen. Now see how shocking you fools if you think the saint will lose. I say things to make the picture and the paintings move. Now after this, ink this jewel. Look.
What profits that man who would gain the whole world yet lose his soul? What profits that man? Somebody tell me. What profits that man? Somebody tells me. What profits that man who would fear his enemy and think he didn't exist? What profits that man? Somebody tell me. What profits that man? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me if you can. What profits that man who would gain the whole world but lose his soul? What profits that man? What profits that man? What profits that man? The way the good and evil can never balance equal. And no man, for no man can be both good and evil. Some scales are strange to each other, and the scale tilt one way. Even if you're one grain of the strips, if you done evil, I guess you're missing me. It'd be to overtake the architecture without the
Abba. What we living in, what we used to, what the whole damn world. What we living in, what we living in, what we living in, the whole damn world. What we living in, what we living in, what we living in, the whole damn world. What we living in, what we living in, what we living in,
Black Israelites in America before the ancestors of today's Jews, Italians, Germans, French, Japanese, Chinese, and Hispanics.
Yes, we living it. 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 Yes, we living it.
So what we live by?
The laws of the Most High.
Moses.
Yes, he received that on Mount Sinai.
For the Israelites,
indeed,
right?
Cause man once believed in other gods. They received the sun, moon, and stars.
From the Egyptians.
Yeah, they were enslaved over there for over 400 years of hard labor and tears. What a coincidence.
Almost the same time.
Yup, black people that spent over here. Which brings me to this important fact. The ancient Israelites were black.
If we keep his laws and study his commandments, we can chase the devil right off of our planet.
If we don't lie, hate, or kill one another, boys obey your father, girls obey your mother.
This is law. Priest.
Not as Cain.
Who killed Abel over jealousy, and this been going on for centuries.
So who is he?
Your Condoleezza, your Oprah Winfrey,
And who is Adam?
Michael Jordan, your Muhammad
Tell
Ali,
us more about Esau.
and Jacob Shaw. Want to hear more?
Yeah.
Well, they were twins in Rebecca's womb, and they were fighting
Fighting for what?
for more room, I guess. So she suggests she should ask the Lord. So she prayed while her husband Jacob snored. And she was told these two kids should be two nations. From the womb they shall be separated. The one shall be stronger than the other,
But they were brothers.
and one loved by the father, the other by the mother. And look deep in the story, you would discover
The mystery.
the first kid was hairy and red and was a hunter. Sold his birthright because of hunger. The second child was a cool, peaceful brother. His skin resembled his father and mother. Nothing more to explain. Let's say later on in the chapters their names change, and nothing ever stays the same. Dedicated to one of the greatest MCs ever, Slick Rick. Love you, brother.
Hosea 4 verse 6.
I'm out. Disciples. Good night.
Read Hosea 4 verse 6.
Disciples.
Read Hosea 4 verse 6.
One more time. Yeah, back at it. Priesthood. God's wrath. Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yield seeds, the fruit fall from trees, working daily are the honeybees. Then all kinds came abundantly, and everybody in the jungle free. But times change, now it's guns that squeeze, crime families, smuggle keys. USA is a large company, ran by quiet societies, privately the hood diaries of Brooklyn killers in the 80s. Harlem was heaven, Project Legends, Supreme had Queens, the Bronx was reppin'. Then the West Coast let go, with gang banging, the game changed in, with Batman in Raymond, Washington. The streets of Watts begun, no cops will come. What block you from? Our ancestors brought from Africa on slave ships. Now I return in the air in first class trips. Passenger 6, window seat, relax a view of the fish. The trees, the seas are blue like the jewels on my fist. From the islands of Costa Rica, we share that same light. Children play with marbles of gold, return in plight. Share that same light. We share that same light. We weren't enslaved cause our color. Look in the Bible page and you'll discover the real reason why we suffered. We fit the prophecies in Deuteronomy. They took the true Jewish colonies and brought them to a new economy. Through Willie Lynch's philosophies and brutality, and through poverty, we lost numerology. Once in tune with galaxies, now we only see using weed astrology. We took up a blunt culture, lost memories. Last night fights from being hung over. Young soldiers become sober. Deuteronomy 28 verse 28 will set the record straight. It states that he will strike us with madness and blindness, fusion, no power or refinement, no movement. Now take a look around at our environment. Drug supplying, gun firing, while the president is hiding, and we admire them. White police patrol there, but they don't live near, so they don't care who gets killed here or confined to a wheelchair. Our ignorance made them billionaires. Verse 29 says we will be exploited on our long voyage. Unemployment for their enjoyment, no longer called the anointed, but coons, niggas, and spooks. From Bojangles, Jigger to Snoop, these Deuteronomic codes expose our dishonoring roles. Verse 30, I will send you and your king to a nation that neither you or your fathers have known, the valley of dry bones. Our ancestors brought from Africa on slave ships. Now I return in the air in first class trips. Passenger 6, window seat, relax a view of the fish. The trees, the seas are blue like the jewels on my fist. From the islands of Costa Rica, we share that same light. Children play with marbles of gold, return in plight. Share that same life. We share that same life. Looking in stuck with me. One time. Fourth disciple. KP times. In the looking glass. Live for everything. When I open up my mouth for nothing, you know what I mean? Life and death is like a carnival in cemeteries. Ain't nobody left that's honorable, they all been buried. The chronicles from Muhammad schools, the gods named vary. Black people are the promised Jews cause we lost already. My cross is heavy, I carry it, this is my burden. Look in the sky, see chariots while the earth is just burning. The worst is determined by the birth of a person. I'm so hurting, so searching. I go to the sermons of Elder Jerry Burns. Life is a failure, my worries return. I know cats who could've went pro. Wasn't born with a silver spoon to his mouth, but put a silver spoon to his nose. He was nice in football, but every time the hood called, he would go. The projects is like the insane asylum, full of gangs and violence, pain and problems. Heavy rain, I hear violence at funerals. It's the usual, explain this knowledge.
Every time I look and close my eyes, my mind I can see the end of time. Looking at the world is so divine, when I'm staring through my looking glass. Every time I look and close my eyes, my mind mind, I can see the end of time. Looking at the world is so divine. When I'm staring through my
The pastor preaches, wives and widows open their purses, throwing dollars, hoping one day they meet Jehovah in person. Miracles, a man who can't walk leaps out his chair. Saw the same man a week before, walk up his stairs. An old lady who can't hear, she just stares, showing no facial expression. She's a victim of racial oppression. Her grandkids, she prayed, angels protect them. A knock at the door, it's agents and detectives. Your kid's been hit by a stray. Another dollar, gotta find a better way. Another day, another lesson. Like stressing, dice games, liquor stores and pool halls. Money on the table, spot that cue ball. Winner takes all, now rack 'em. The 9 ball symbolizes the planets. The last ones to get the black one. To get 'em, you have to crack 'em. Listen to this understanding. Absorb is more than just gambling.
Every time I look and close my eyes, my mind, I can see the end of time. Looking at the world is so divine. When I'm staring through my looking glass. Every time I look and close my eyes, my mind, I can see the end of time. Looking at the world is so divine. When I'm staring through my looking
Remember W.D. Farad Muhammad, the prophet that gave Elijah his knowledge. Elijah gave it to Malcolm, but on their way to the promise, they ran into problems, and only through death they resolved. From the Mars to the school up in Harlem, cause Clarence X left, started his own set, gave a new breath of fresh air to the projects with supreme arithmetics. Young teens got hip to the devil's tricks, but in '69 a God got hit, but you can still hear him when Papa Wu parts his lips. Then there was Dr. Malachi York with deep thought, called himself the Lamb, the new Wapian, godly man, built his own Egypt on the top of the sand. Then there's Yahweh ben Yahweh, called down UFOs. All these men the US know. It's like our mind deteriorated when drugs came in and it took us back to the cavemen.
Every time I look and close my eyes, my mind, I can see the end of time. Looking at the world is so divine. When I'm staring through my looking glass. Every time I look and close my eyes, my mind, I can see the end of time. Looking at the world is so divine. When I'm staring through my looking glass.
Worldwide G disciples, yo, rest in peace. To a lost son on the hook, baby. He was never buried, he was only planted. Cause we gon' grow from this. I was born like that, I live like that. Feel me, free, so let it be. I am king, transform the God. Of who? Of me. I was born like that, I live like that. Feel me, free, so let it be. I am king, transform the God. Of who? Of me. If I could write my own obituary, I'll tell of things I seen and heard. I admit not a bit was scary, cause it was real, so I feel no remorse for those who try to crucify me, then kneel to my cross. Why do women love to come in my life, then leave, then hate the way I talk? He tries to walk righteously, they listen to their friends, my sins, my shortcomings, impregnated your thoughts with their nonsense when all of them have lost husbands, wives, or tribes, try to save lives. Life and death is in the hands of what you feed the family. Think of poison to God, then plead insanity. Nah, Satan, you're a liar, eternal fire, the life journal of things that concerns the writer, the bright inferno of rain that make the sky light up. We bound by honor, we bound by law. What I found is armor, his word is the sword, heard by all but felt by few. Before I make a cause, my inner self I view. If Corinthians is correct, gave you the respect, not the jealousy of the next couple. Trouble our steps, let's cuddle to death. I was born like that, I live like that. Feel me, free, so let it be. I am king, transform the God. Of who? Of me. I was born like that, I live like that. Feel me, free, so let it be. I am king, transform the God. Of who? Of me. My manifestation came when you were hand in hand with Satan and rain. My crown rolled upon the ground, I'm slain, drizzling the rain. Wait, my drilling it came, still in the game. I rose like Neo, behold, meet me in the sequel. For the people that saw an eagle fall like the evil. divinity sentence me, infinity, imagery, seeing when I dream. My genes is like that of a king, but the energy leaves like a spiral of Bibles going up. It's Jacob's ladder, God breaking my matter. Spiritual body is formed so long. Stop trying to hold on. Appear white and gone like a snowstorm. Beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. A day with the Lord is 1,000 years. Yards of blood, miles of tears. Clouds turn clear. I'm finally there. My mind's prepared to climb those stairs to my destiny. My kingly body set it free. The spirit alone let it be. I got my weaponry. Secondly, my seventh plane is heavenly. The unexplained is shown to me. The mysteries, the thrones. I'm giving keys to the bottomless pit. Solomon wits. The obvious man will marvel at this. I was born like that. I live like that. Feel me? Free. So let it be. I am king. Transform the God. Of who? Of me. I was born like that, I live like that. Feel me? Free, so let it be. I am king, transform the God. Of who? Of me, of me, of me, of me, of me, of me, of me. I am. Almighty, I'm gracious, most benevolent speaker. The beloved brother spoke on this occasion. Do we all suffer from the Caucasian non-cipher? Look at our own coordination. We lost coordination. Sisters started freebasing. Brothers stopped the self-hating. We need some reevaluating, some growing up. Stop the handout, stop holding the cup. You think we was old enough? Peep these Jews while you rolling your Dutch. Brothers having a form of godliness, but disregarding their kids. What kind of God do you think you is? Man, you are how you live. Yeah, you know 120, but he has a home in the city. Reason why you on the phone from Poughkeepsie. We follow every line on, put it together. We free our mind storms, brainwashing. CBS is watching, television evangelists. Grants you a wish. They modern therapists for the devil's pit, designed for the ghettos to fit on the top of the federal list. Now tell me who hell is this? Rebels, throw up your fists. We all born sinners, on the corners with them law offenders. To get it all is the core agenda. Everything's real, no false pretenders. But wild days pass, time flies. Minutes flash, the mind dies. Bigger graves, New York Times. Chalk lines, the thoughts blind. Prices on your enemy's head, cause nowadays dudes got bread to make you disappear. So that goes for your fists in the air. Angela Davis or Jesse Jackson, affirmative action. You burn or the casket, let your moms know before you go. Ghettos, the ball and the chain is all the same. The heron spoon fall in the flame, right before it dissolve in the vein. We scared to read the scriptures, cause they don't act like your niggas. But even the Messiah was crucified between two thieves. They come for me, spray Uzis.
Excuse me, freeze. Can I talk to you for a minute? My name is Tiffany from Stained Glass Television. Can I ask you a question about the black market movement and your beef with the industry? What's up with this album called I Am Rothschild? Step to the side, miss. Step to the side. What are you talking about in Prophets of a Man?
We will shine in His presence, where we find all His blessings. The power we shall receive. Eternity, the judgment is coming swiftly. Kingdom, golden city, ambition, fire and brimstone. Freedom, no more hate 'cause of skin tone. What if you found out everything you've been taught was a lie, and the only way to find out the truth was to go inside yourself, and no one to provide you with help? Would you reach for that 9 in your belt, or go get the rifle from your shelf? Put the barrel to your mouth and blow your own brains out? Or do you want a second to figure this whole thing out? What if I told you nothing is really what it appears to be? You wouldn't believe me because you are programmed from reality. Little fluffy bears, little cute lions. Thanksgiving Day, the Underworld Alliance. Secret societies, the brotherhood system. You can only join as a client. Spy satellite dishes. Christmas, the protocols of Zion. Science they stole from the Mayans. What if you found out the man in the pig posing as Jesus was really Caesar? Borgias. Would you do some study on it, or would you really care? What if you found out that the United States was a business? That's why they never addressed the president as the president of America. Would you go in mass hysteria? But the president of a corp like your boss, the corp is named United States. Would you unite or separate? So who's the presidents of America? We shall shine in His presence, where we find all His blessings. We shall receive eternity. The judgment is coming swiftly. Kingdom, the golden city, a mission, fire and brimstone. Freedom, no more hate 'cause of skin tone. Coming with angels with swords. Falling shall be by all for us. Jeshurun for us. Jeshurun.
From ashes to skeleton, bone, bone to flesh, back to life, back to breath. Out of the dark came the light, and out of the life back to death. We all gotta go, it's the inevitable. Like the meek, humble, good in heart. Inheriting the Maryland, fuck the Sheridan. We want America for a vacation spot. Gracious Ark, mansions in Morocco, Vatos, no more potholes. We sell a Pacific, terrific, ain't it? Known nationwide, we famous for the ink pen paintbrush. 'Cause animals ain't us, we the royal family. Lost tribes of Egypt, fell victim to the vanity. No different from the cameras we be in. Damaging the man, image and sin is the end result. Diminishing, even though we need the Benjamins. Balance is the key. I'm ready for dominion, yo, I'm finished, man.
Glory, the truthful, the power we shall receive. Eternity, the judgment is coming swiftly. Kingdom, the golden city, a mission, fire and brimstone. Freedom, no more hate 'cause of skin tone. It's coming with angels with swords. Falling shall be by all for us. Jeshurun for us. Jeshurun. Glory, the truthful, the power, Yahoo, the judgment, the kingdom, the nation, freedom is coming, the falling, all for us, all for us. My pen's a microscope. Beneath this lens, show real life I wrote. From all my sins to my righteous quotes, I look within and realize there's hope. I begin to cringe, struck by lightning bolts. From out of realms I saw Michael's bow. The angel ascend just like a ghost. I begin to cleanse, speak under the Bible's oath. And when I end, how many mics I broke? Begin to live the words Christ has spoke. Then loosen the friends desired most. To have what's mine, they chance to shine. They blast that nine, that glass of wine. They handed me insanity, vanity, families, and humanity. Stand with me through the calamities. The dark skies have electric fields. See the will within will, impregnable skills. Thousands of volts from pulse lasers. Non-linear optics behind quasars. Within the triple stages of darkness and black stars. Around the universal cosmic, lost NASA. Somewhere there you find my raps, but only half bars. We gave the devil his time, now rebelling in mind. The ghetto's designed to keep us sleepers. The grim reaper meters, poor education, explore revelation. War of the nations, claw the pagans. Washington, Washington. See the mission through man-made religion and the floor masons. Shout, 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 shout. Live, 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 live. Love, 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 love. God's time, God's time, God's time, God's time, God's time. The money and wealth get ugly itself. The hungry I felt with nothing to feed me. Streets would mislead me, where the eyes are greedy. I vibe on CDs, there's lies on TVs. The chorus of justice amidst no expectation, no interpretation. I'm cold with vexation. My soul is a wreck waiting, recreation. With mind and spirit combined is fearless. It's time we hear this, mind is sheer bliss. For being rebellious, overzealous, or too jealous, make us failures. Mistakes from elders, from being careless. God help us, Satan held us for decades. Time to cross over to the next phase. The atheist is amazed at this. Awaketh thou sluggard, while covered thy brother. Consider the ant that gives to the plant gives to them. So be it to all men. To all men. Shout, 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 shout. Live, 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 live. Love, 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 love. God's time, God's time, God's time, God's time, God's time. The devil trembles when he knows the body's the temple and God is in you. It's hard to continue when it's hard to offend you. He stars to set traps to have you set back. The last round in this death match, so strengthen where you best at. I promise you won't regret that. Was I regarded as Job, or should I take the carpenter's role? It's dark in this hole, that's as far as it goes. Harps of gold, impossible. Potters of rose, remarkable soul. The resistance, instincts, intakes of poisons. The devil's enjoyment is so annoying. Exploiting, morally destroying. Around the flag, the serpent's calling. My spirit's boiling, it's simple. If we sin, don't do it again. Ask for forgiveness, he's privileged. Save us from max in their prison. Attraction to wisdom, not this plastic system. The faction, we victims. The aspen is venom. Relax and it's your ending. Families deprived of their lives. The archives, lost tribe, pork rinds. But it's a new era, a new beginning, a new ending, a new time. Only a few inches, we're getting closer. You choose, you make a decision. No collision, turn off the television. The hell in women eyes and males, we like we felt the mission. It's disciplined, militants, no tolerance for the ignorance. We live again, refuse to lose. Spark minds is God time. Every barn is lined, the stars align. Turn on the searchlight, see we the owners of the birthright. Reverse the curse like we sold the drugs that's owed to us. Let's get what's owed to us, what's really owed to us. We bust the guns when we was young. Now it's change, a higher plane. The sky's in my range, the third I have wings. Shout, 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 shout. Live, 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 live. Love, 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 love. God's time, God's time, God's time, God's time, God's time. himself as a little child, the same as the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Wings on the legend, felt his way home. He sings with his brethren, flapping away through the air. White, they seem like they pheasants. Blood supreme in his presence, a king in his essence. And woe unto the world because of old fences, corruptions and false justice. Broke peace which brought the beast amongst us. Grief of a hustler, beef between brothers, the reap what we suffer. It's cancer inside, we eat off each other, growing in us like a tumor. False rumors up in the tree like a puma on the night of a lunar. We fight, here comes the goons are out, we live and we die. They send the apes into space, plan a new life for the elite of only one race. Gun chase, make our sons erase, some deteriorate, evaporate from flesh to spiritual bodies. The masses of faith still clashes with fate, the mirrors of godly pardon me.
Achieving, the more believing them, the more reaching. News cast, they was forfeiting. Put a plan together, couple men together, now they all.
So take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that heaven and their angels do always behold the face of the Father, which is in heaven, and the Son of Man is come to save those which is lost. Wow, let that sit in your thoughts. This is a force, a movement, a blueprint of the true prince. We're the remnants of Israelites, descendants. We all kindreds, cross out your mimics. Follow the lineage of Genesis. To the prisoners, to all my listeners, remember my afflictions. To my sister addiction, to my spirit convictions, to my sister conditions, to my soul collisions, to my sister's soul submission. I'm here, baby girl, and through me, you're still living. Feel me? I transport to a spiritual land, but not lost. A strange course, I circled around, driven by a force. I lit up the night with light, became one with the light source. Like a hawk with black wings, black as the night, flapping. I go up with stardust, left in my trails. From a strong thrust, I felt the rush, blowing through a gust. 1,200 spirits flying out of me. I see an odyssey. There was Enoch, Elijah, Emmanuel, the man with nails through his hands and his feet. Blessed and meek, I fell asleep in the deep, couldn't speak. When I awoke, still a ghost, still afloat. A zillion folks I see staring at me. 24 elders, call the Lord helpers. Behind them were many more in white, they all held doves. 6 on the left, 6 on the right, now let the 12 judge. Books were open, I looked the golden chrome. For them that was chosen, I looked again, catacombs. I see scattered bones before this chapter closed. Let me break it down for you. Enoch represented that the black man is endless. Elijah meant the sun fire. That's why he was taken higher. Emmanuel showed us the black man's hell. This white man's jail is their heaven. Wait on the 7th. I'ma show you where we headed. Go kaboom, saw the clouds like a mushroom, whole planet in such doom. The Egyptians open up King Tut's tomb. Kawasaki went vroom, my spirit out of body. Melchizedek, Anunnaki, godly, Elo, Eli, rise. 7th plane, the unexplained. I don't change. Their continents were like lightning. The pyramids were like the Mayans beyond the Orion. Star followed by the 3 wise men, flying in the spiritual Zion. The constellation showed the lion, the dawn to the horizon. Their eyes on, and the angel has said, come with us. You need rest, where there's no height, no depth. There's no weeping, no death. No bone, no flesh. No blood, no sweat. Can't enter all except thy holiness. Always speeding up the highways of life, no hazard lights on, never stopping for gas, never to think what we did wrong. Those freeway signs that we passed said slow down, want you on the road now. You see the accident, you figure you go round. So without your signal lights on, you switch lanes into the other dude's path. In the past we had big names. Radio on the forecast said there's black clouds and thick rain. Somehow you think of the cat you blasted the past. Big Cash was his nickname. We all product of hard luck. Elevators with beer bottles and piss stains. Or was it the ice in the mixture of the liquor that made you sleep with your wife's sister? Or was it the amber lamp lights that made you see the bright picture? You wake up, the horns blowing, the engine running. The next sign up the road reads, the end is coming. The end is coming. The end is coming. The end is coming. Brace yourself and look up. The end is coming. The end is coming. And don't be scared. So you put your hand back on the key, return the ignition, taking off at full speed. A rider's ambition. Caught an empty bottle of tequila in the passenger seat. Glance up in the rearview mirror, start patting your cheeks. Gotta stay awake, all the alcohol got you falling asleep. All the poisonous toxins your body absorbed in a week. Look in the same mirror again, see all your so-called friends sitting behind you, and that remind you of all your mother's words that you was blind to. You lose control over your will, you begin to swerve beyond the lines and almost blue. Your tires, bad news for the driver, your heart's racing fast. There's no off-ramp for you to get gas, just a dark, crooked path. You pray patrol lights flash, but when you look through the glass, your whole life pass.
You see a sign up ahead, it's the toll. On the other side of the crosswalk, the girl blurry smiles, mumbles something. She said, up ahead, the exit in 1 mile says,
the end is coming. 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 The form and nature of man was designed as God's plan, till it was destroyed from the fruit from one hand. Then we built a fruit stand. A life reduction, reluctant to get sucked in. Our luck ends in the cuff to the pins. Then there's prayer discussions. Angels or devils, tough decision. When the narcotic is doing most of the discussing with us. And goodness, we came to the status of a relic, affectionately regarded. It's true, but it's irrelevant to our times. Devilish Schmidt fill our minds, and not to glorify it, cause I side with the righteous. It brings out life best in abundance. Dice bets up in the hundreds. Gamble with death, the price is set for us to be hunted. But what did the streets do for us? But kill all us. The morgue of the bus, you lose your life for doing life. You decide tonight.
You come to a toll.
The end is coming. Brace yourself and look up. The end is coming. Brace yourself. The end is coming. Don't be scared. The end is coming. 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 Just when you grab onto the wheel, you drive and know the will is man's will. It's not an actual car will. And your drive is what drives you. Your motivation. Understand that. Understand this road that we up is a crossroads. We have to make a decision.